Ready, set, art. Paintbrushes with watercolor splatters, right? So over here, if you look, what I did is I first sketched out the brushes. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I did 7 brushes. If you choose to do it this way, then you say you're drawing it this way, the paintbrushes, then you probably would only be able to fit 3. I did it this way though to make it easier. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 brushes. After I drew it out in pencil, I went and took a Sharpie, but you could use a Crayola black marker, and then I outlined it, added some textured lines here and there. Then I took watercolor, which is like this, but any Crayola set's fine, and I put like droplets of water, and then to make it kind of go off in funky directions, I took a regular old straw and went and made it go in different directions. So that's kind of the fun part of this. So regular old paper, pencil, watercolor, a marker, and a straw, and some water. So let's get started. I'm going to put this over here for Neil. I'm just going to show you how to first draw a paintbrush, right? So you could, in the Google Classroom, you're going to see the attached version of this, so you could see all the different shapes. But essentially, I'll just go ahead and draw one. I go like this. That's the base of your brush, right? And then it has this metal part that's attached that holds the bristles. And then I put this here, and I kind of make a little wiggly area, kind of like a broom. And you have your brush. After that, you would draw a bunch of more brushes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? So over here, I already did that. I left one plain so I can show you the marker part. So if you look at these, I have different kind. If you want to do them all the same, that's perfectly fine. You want to have them going, say like this, crossways, like they're overlapping each other, that's fine too. So, but I just did it this way. So now that I have it like this, I'm ready to use my marker. Alright, so I'm going to use a Sharpie. Sharpies are nice because they don't bleed with the watercolor. I'm going to go ahead and start right here where the metal is, just like that, and go like this. Okay, and then the wooden part. Now what if you make it too wiggly and weird? That's okay. It's already an abstract piece. In fact, I can even make it a little thicker on one side. Right? And then I could add the little wood grains and maybe even a circular part, right? Because you know how the wood is. Just like that. Okay. I like how in metal there's usually a little reflection mark, so I'm just going to do that. And maybe one over here. Okay. Now I'm ready for the brush. This one's at an angle. And then from the bottom, I'm going to add some lines. Do your lines have to be perfect? No, because we're going to use watercolor on it anyway. Alright, so just like that. Doesn't have to be perfect. You can see I missed one right here, so I'm going to go ahead and add some little wood lines. Alright, so this is ready for the watercolor part. How do we do the watercolor? So what I do is I have my watercolor right here. I have my paintbrush, and let's go with green. You could pick any color, it doesn't really matter. I'm just going with a darker color. Now watercolor is pigment that is baked and dried. That's what we see here. So we have to add water to the color in order to use it. So I take my brush, and I'm not going like this because that bends the bristles. I'm using it at an angle and going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth to lift the pigment up. And then I'm going to add a pile of water, a lot of it, because I need the brush to soak it up. So I think I'll go right here. Doesn't really matter because this is more for fun. I'm going to put a big pile. I'm even going to put some more clear water on top because I need a lot of it. Back to my color. Again, like I said, I need a pile of it. You need more water than you would think. Okay, that looks good. And then I'm going to take my little straw. Whoa! It spiders out. That's what I wanted. Okay, so I would rinse out my brush, And I'm going to pick a different color now. Let's go with magenta. Alright, we're going to do one more just so you can get this. If some colors overlap into each other, I want to show what you can do. Like, if you're like, oh no, I really hate that it went too far, you know. Alright, hold on. Sometimes people make mistakes. Okay, I'm going to put a pile here. Maybe bring it down a little further. Let it overlap into this one. Yeah, make a big pile. I'm going to add a little more water. You can see the reason you need more water is just to be able to use your straw. Okay. Now, what if it does that? And you're like, no, I don't like that. Now, maybe you do like that, but let's say you don't like that. You can take your little paper towel and just gently lift. And now there won't be as much green going in to that magenta. All right. So essentially do that in a bunch of different areas. If you make a mistake, start over. It's okay to start over. I start over all the time because artists, for art people, it's all about correcting mistakes, right? So you can see I played with colors. Sometimes it overlapped into some areas and maybe made a dirty color, but that's okay. I like it overall. I liked all the cool color variations and kind of the sporadic look to it. I hope you try this out. Thank you and good luck.